Together we stand, a family so strong, in unity of self-made where we all belong. With love in our hearts, we share the same goal, to lift up each other.
All right, we will start that over. Good morning. My name is Elise Ratliff, and I have the pleasure of being up here on the platform with you all this morning. Welcome. It is the first Sunday of February, if we can believe that. The time goes way too quickly, I would say. So welcome to everybody. Well, first off, I want to thank Jeff and Cindy for the beautiful flowers up here. Lovely flowers. And because it is the first Sunday of the month, we are going to celebrate everybody's birthday who has a birthday this month. We've got Ela, Barbara, Vera, Julie, and Tony throughout the month. And let's all just join in and sing our happy birthday song for everybody.
Happy birthday to you. There's no one like you. Uniquely created. I love knowing you. I bless you with life and abundance galore. God bless you, my loved one, and have many more.
And once again, I would just like to welcome everybody who is here in person, everybody who is here with us online. And do we have any new visitors, any guests with us today? No guests? Or else they're all shy. Okay. Well, welcome to everybody. So happy to be here with you. Have a great morning. We will start out with our welcoming blessing. We love you.
We bless you, and we welcome you.
And this morning we're going to start off with a song by Cerise Patron. This morning she's doing double duty. She's also giving us our message this morning. And we've got an opening prayer coming up with the Reverend Judy Adams, Daily Word with Reverend Julia Norton, and then meditation with Reverend Tony Corrigan. We're going to sing together. The lyrics will be up there. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth or the stars or all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new, and God needs us to shine his light as me.
shine its light as me, as you so use me. Oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Please join me in prayer this morning. Gracious God, thank you for every seat that has been filled here this morning, for each mind and heart that occupies this room. Let every song, prayer, and spoken word draw us closer in communion with you and with one another. We know that God is love that has no end, and power that has no bounds. As we let go of any fears or anxieties, we affirm that all people are safe, healthy, and protected in all ways. We appreciate the beauty of Mother Earth as we send God's healing power and blessings throughout the universe. God's blessing, expressed through us, creates a world of oneness, love, harmony, health, and peace. Thank you for all that you have given us and for the many blessings in our lives. We ask for guidance and strength. Show us the way and fill us with courage and wisdom to follow the way that you have given us, each as an individual and collectively as Sun Lake's unity. And so it is.
Happy Groundhog's Day. Let's look ahead. That's our daily word. I look ahead with positive expectation. So many things pull at my attention. The things I must attend to, meeting the needs of others, and even my own pursuits and passions require my time and attention. Setting and working toward goals may sound like a dull undertaking, but it's actually an empowering path to spiritual freedom. Working toward a goal helps me focus and keeps me motivated. I call upon and claim my spiritual gifts of imagination and order to set my goal and plan to achieve it. I use my gift of wisdom to discern the best path and my will to make the best choices. This is the way I use the power of God to give my life meaning and make my dreams come true. I look ahead, grateful for God's presence within me. Let your eyes look directly forward and let your gaze be straight before you. Keep straight the path of your feet and all your ways will be sure. Proverbs 4:25 and 26.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can feel the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the
presence of the Lord is in this place.
What a beautiful preparation for meditation. Beautiful songs, inspiring prayer, the daily word. And so we're ready to drop a little more closely into that presence. And when February comes, we turn to our thoughts of love. Love is the fulfillment of the law. Love is the guiding, strengthening presence within. And so just let your eyes close. Let your breath be gentle and soft, but deep. Knowing that you are a creation of love, and that you create love in your world as we reach out to others and we hold it in our hearts. So feel the warmth, feel the fire in your heart. The fire of love. The love that connects us with every other person. The love that guides us. The love that strengthens us. Bring to mind someone or something that inspires deep love within you. And in that connection, that holy connection, is the living, loving presence of God. The living, loving truth of love. Feel the joy that warms your heart whenever you think of who, what, or when you have been aware of a deep love. That love is healing, straightening, strengthening, uplifting. any situation or question, the answer comes, I am love. So we are so grateful for our understanding, for our connection, for our awareness of that unifying holy presence of God. And we go through our day to day with our thoughts centered on love, with our sending thoughts centered on love, with our receiving thoughts centered on love. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you, dear Spirit, dear God, love in our lives. And so it is. Amen.
A shooting star is a momentary inspiration. It is a bright light that pushes us to be our greatest self in a moment. But shooting stars burn out, and all we are left with is a memory of what they once were. A lighthouse is anchored and grounded in light and love. It continues to shine brightly through any storm. Leah Michelle said, "A lighthouse doesn't save ships. It doesn't go out and try to rescue them. It is just a pillar of light that guides people home." So today, the talk is, are you the lighthouse or are you a shooting star? Our theme for the month of February is holding the high watch. It is holding the knowing that all is well and all is God and all is light no matter what is happening around us. And some days it's harder to do than others, right? Yeah. And I'm not talking about just what's on the news or it's not about those things necessarily that adds to it, but there's in our own lives. I don't know how many of you have felt like Christmas was the holiday season and Hanukkah and everything was beautiful and robust and loving and bright and fun and filled with family, and then it's like everything just dropped in January and now we're all alone, or we're just like, oh, well, you're on your own now, Christmas is over, there's no more light, there's no more love, get on with it. I've kind of felt that. It's been a rough month. All my family went home and now my kids don't remember what giving is. They just take and take. Well, they are, 17 and 12, so they don't know yet. But there's darkness, right? There's real darkness. There's darkness happening in the world. There's death and crashes and there's war and loss. There always is, right? And this is not about politics. We're not going there. This has nothing to do with that. This is about suffering. There's people who are suffering, and we are a loving community of people, and we know the truth and we see the truth, but we really want to fix or to save, or what can we do, right? We see the things that are happening in our lives, with our kids, with our families, with our friends. We see what's happening in the world and we're like, oh, what can we do? And so this is a great opportunity for this talk, because we know the truth. We talk about the truth every Sunday. We read about it. We learn about it in classes. And yet, in moments when we find out that, like the plane crash, the 2 plane crashes, we just feel helpless. So how do we become the lighthouse? And not just bursts of light when we feel like our light has been filled enough that we can give it, not just bursts of light that help when we can, how do we very practically remember to stay grounded in light and share it from a place that actually makes a difference? I'm so glad you asked. Look, I'd love to tell you that I've got all of this figured out and that these things roll off my back, because of course I know the truth, and of course love is the answer, and of course I am the light, and blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you, I really struggle with this. Sometimes I am a shooting star, and I am out, and I'm going to save people, and I'm going to love, and oh, look, I'm going to go, and I'm going to sing this song, and everybody's going to cry, and it's going to be amazing. And then other times, I am very grounded, and I know that I'm the lighthouse. I know the truth. I know to stand as a pillar of light so that those who are seeking can find the light. And other times, I am the ship that is battered and lost in the dark storm that is happening on the sea, and I am desperately searching for a glimpse of light to lead me home. That is the human condition. We all have times where we are each of these things. And yet, how do we choose to be the lighthouse more often, maybe, than today? Ernest Holmes in Religious Science says 51%. If you can be the light 51% of the time, then that changes the world. So there's no 100% needed here. There's no perfection desired. There's no perfection even achievable, so don't try. And don't beat yourself up when you don't do it. I did that for 40, how old am I now? 45, so 45 years. It's not required and it's not attainable. But 51% we can do. A little bit more light than darkness. So today I have some tools for you. And I wrote this talk and I had 5 tools. And on my way, Spirit was like, you have 3. So I guess I only have 3 because I follow Spirit. But the first tool I wrote down, I think, is actually the goal. Okay? So we're going to talk about the anchor. So when your ship is lost at sea, when you are in a time of upheaval in your life, finances, your work, your children, your money, your house, there's always something going on, right? When those things happen, when there is fear or darkness, we find a way to anchor into the light. And so for me, this is a visual. For me, I have a beautiful visual in my head of being on a ship in the water. The storm has not come. It's not raining and windy yet, but the sky is dark. I can see the darkness around my ship, and there is one beam of pure white light hitting the ocean, and my ship goes directly under it. That's where I drop my anchor. Right there. So if you are having a moment where you are in darkness or you're in fear or something is happening, if you're in grief, Lord knows I've had my share of grief. When you find a beam of light, drop the anchor. That anchor to who we are, to who God is within us, is how we stabilize when we feel like we are floating aimlessly. So there is actually a Bible verse that I'm going to read to you that I love, and this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16 to 22. And it says, "Rejoice forever and pray without ceasing. In all things give thanks, for this is the will of God. Do not let your spirit be quenched. Do not run away from the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Hold firm to the good and turn away from evil." So does this mean that we have to be in prayer and meditation every single moment of the day, otherwise we're not doing the will of God? I mean, I guess people could interpret it that way. I disagree. Rejoice forever and pray without ceasing does not mean that every moment of your day, 100% of the time, which we know is not necessary or possible, you have to be in prayer. It means that when you stray, when there is a moment of doubt, when there's a moment of fear in your life, you realign. You come back. That means if you're in the car and you're driving and someone cuts you off, you have a choice of how to react. You can say, wait, I'm the light of God and I'm anchored here. So I'm love and light. Please be careful. Don't put anybody else in danger. I'm really grateful that I'm safe right now. You have that option. Anchoring into the truth, as we spoke about, means that this can happen more often. You anchor into the truth of who you are, and you can be more in a state of prayer, which is just knowing, right? It's just knowing the truth. So can you know the truth right now? I actually want to see a show of hands. How many know the truth that you are the light of God made manifest on this planet? Wonderful. And you can know it. If you can know it now, you can know it in other circumstances too. So that is my very first point today. It is know the truth and pray without ceasing. That is how we anchor. Pray without ceasing does not mean to be in prayer 100% of the time, but to realign yourself in moments when it gets tough. The second tool today is gratitude. Now, I'm going to say this. I wrote this in my talk and I was like, this is ridiculous. Everybody talks about gratitude. I've been to 50 talks in the last 2 years about gratitude. It's still important. It still needs to be said. We go back to gratitude because you cannot be in gratitude and anger or fear or darkness or fill in the blank simultaneously. Tony Robbins said that. You cannot do both at the same time. You cannot be grateful for what you have while you are angry that the roofer didn't show up on time. You cannot do both simultaneously. And gratitude is interesting because it is in every spirituality and every religion and every type of prayer on earth, no matter how far back you look, it is the building block and the foundation of every spirituality. Why? Because it's that important. Because without gratitude, we cannot anchor. We cannot go back to knowing the truth of who we are. We can't. Gratitude lifts us. It is a vibration that raises us up from the depths and helps us reach what we are looking for, which is the reconnection to who we are. So the first tool, we remember who we are, we pray without ceasing, right? We realign when it is time, we realign. And the second is gratitude. And I'm going to say there should be I'm tweaking the universe, hold on. There should be a 2.5 here. Because it's really important that you do this consistently. Because consistency is the practice. They say practice makes perfect. And consistency is how we go back to this. I can absolutely guarantee you that if and I'm going to give myself as an example, if I go 6 months and I never read any spiritual book, and I do not meditate, and I don't go to church, and I sit and wallow in my sadness, I've done this for a full 3 months before, not 6 months, but, and that's it, it's over. I can't find it, and I don't want to be in the light, and I'm done. Do you think if something tragic happens in that moment, I am going to have the resources, the reconnection, anything to find my way to the light? I won't. And I'm going to tell you, this happened to me. 14 years ago, lost my son, Mateo. Many of you know that. I was not here in the United States. I was in Peru. I was away from all of my people here. I had family. I was loved and cared for. I will tell you the truth. That is the truth. I was loved and cared for. But it was not my spiritual community. I was not going to church. I was not reading or meditating every single day. I was just there, and I was alive, and I was living beautifully. I was living from a place of love. I wasn't doing bad things or anything like that. But I will tell you that when he died, I was so lost in the sea that I knew that was it for me. I was drowning, and I was never going to make it back out. And the way I did is my third point. Ask for help. If you're lost at sea, if you are lost in darkness, if you are struggling with anything, it could be grief at the loss of a loved one. It could be sadness because of some accident you saw. There are ways that you can help, and when you cannot, you can ask for help. There is nothing written anywhere in any holy book on earth that says you have to do this alone, and if you ask for help, you don't get to do anything. You don't get to go to heaven, and you don't get to reconnect with God, and you don't get to be a part of the light because you didn't do it on your own. So why are so many of us trying to do it alone? If I do not have 100% of the answer, everybody's going to think that I'm not holy enough or I'm not spiritual enough, so I can't admit that. So I will just try to figure it out on my own. If I am struggling with my finances, then somebody's going to think that I did something wrong with my finances and I didn't know what I was doing because I'm not intelligent or I'm not smart enough, so I can't ask for help. If there's a health challenge, I have done this. Don't ever tell anybody you have a health challenge because you're overweight and that's what they'll blame. So we sit in our own creation of fear and darkness because we're afraid to ask for help, when absolutely directly in the Bible it says when two or more are gathered, that's where God is. That doesn't mean when two or more come to church. It means when two or more are shining their lights together, the light of God is being shown brightly and brilliantly and bigger than you have ever seen before. None of us are meant to do this alone. We know that there's only one of us, right? There's only one power and one presence and one light in the universe. We talk about it all the time. Why in the world would we have individualized into a human experience as the lights of God if we were going to abandon each other? We wouldn't. So when you are struggling, call a friend. Say, hey, I'm really having a rough time. Can you help? Watch a funny movie. Listen to an inspirational song. Go see an amazing speaker at the church of your choice. Get a hug. This is the least spoken about spiritual principle, but I think it's probably the most important. So, we anchor into the light of God. We are filled with gratitude, and when we're not, we ask for help and we find our way back to it. Because if your ship is lost at sea, if you are not lost and you are just a shooting star who is trying to go out and do what you can to save the world, that's okay. That's where you are right now. This is a judgment-free zone. We've all been there. I was there yesterday. But today we can choose to anchor back. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment, if you would. If you'd humor me. And I want you to see a lighthouse. On a hill, beautiful water behind it. I want you to see the rocks and the structure and the cement that is underneath it. Whatever storm comes, that lighthouse is not going to move. And its light turns. No matter what's happening, it is a beacon that is shining for all to see. The lighthouse is the representation of the anchor of love, the anchor of light that we are, and that anchor does not fail. It is true today, and it was true yesterday, and it will be true tomorrow. And it is true no matter what darkness is happening around us, no matter what storm, the anchor holds. And so today, are we the lighthouse, or are we the shooting star? Are we lost at sea and ready to find the light again to guide us home? The answer to that does not matter as much as which one you choose. Choose the lighthouse. Choose the light. Because you are the light. You carry the light of God within you. And when you're the lighthouse, it is easy to give it to the world. Thank you. So we're going to say our affirmation together. I am grounded in the truth that I carry the light of God. I can stand firm and shine my light for myself and for all who are searching. I have journeyed through the long dark night, out on the open sea. By faith alone, sight unknown,
me. The anchor holds, though the ship is battered. The anchor holds, though the sails are torn. I have fallen on my knees when I faced the raging seas, but the anchor holds. In spite of the storm, I've had visions, I've had my dreams, I've even held them in my hands. I never knew that they could slip right through, like they were only grains of sand. But the anchor holds, though the ship is battered. The anchor holds, though the sails are torn. I have fallen on my knees when I faced the raging seas, but the anchor holds in spite of the storm. I was young, but I am older now, and there has been beauty these eyes have seen. It was in the night when I faced the storms of my life. God's love was proved to me. The anchor holds, though the ship is battered. The anchor holds when the sails are torn. And I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging seas, and the anchor holds in spite of the storm. I have fallen on my knees when I face the raging seas, but God's love holds in spite of the storm.
Wow. Thank you, Cerise. Your music, your words. I don't know about you all, but I felt your words. I felt your emotions. And I really look forward to going back to watch that on video. That was lovely. And I'm fairly new to Unity of Sun Lakes, and one of the things that touched me from the first time that Dawn and I came to this service is that these services are so thoughtful. There's so much thought put into the daily word, the affirmation, the opening prayer, the meditation, the music, the message. Each one is a beautiful layer that supports all of the other layers. And I walk out of here feeling so uplifted and so wonderful. And I thank you all for that. That was really, really beautiful. So thank you. Now we have come. Thank you, Barb. Thank you. You probably feel the same way. Now it is time for giving. So we will do that thing. We will put God and church first and open up our pocketbooks, and the ladies with the baskets are coming along. Okay, before that, we've got a letter up here, and it is a letter of thanks from the Arizona Friends of Foster Children Foundation to Unity Church of Sun Lakes, thanking us for the recent gift of $341 to Arizona Friends of Foster Children Foundation on 1/13/25. Because of your generosity, children and youth in foster care are able to participate in social and extracurricular activities that every youth should get to experience. And much more in that letter, but wow, that's so nice. $341 makes a difference, so thank you. And now we'll say our offering blessing together, if you would, please. Divine love, richly flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way.
Now we will sing our offering song together. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
That was fun.
Thank you, that was creative. It's Groundhog Day though, right? Julie
It is
told us that.
Groundhog Day.
Okay, perfect. And now we'd like to share our vision statement, if you'd be so kind to read along together. A world of oneness where all people are free and encouraged to express their divine potential. Unity Church of Sun Lakes. And our mission statement, Unity Church of Sun Lakes is a spiritual community of love and light that is dedicated to the expansion of our divinity as taught by Jesus Christ and other master teachers. We commit our time, talents, and tithes to inspire more love and peace in our world. As a reminder, there is always the availability of Silent Unity. They are available for prayer. This is their 800 number, and if you reach out to them, they will say a prayer for you for the next 30 days. And announcements. Matthew's Crossing Food Bank, the first Sunday of every month, there is a basket out as you walk by to come in the door. So that is out there. You can bring canned goods each and every first Sunday. So load that basket up. We've got a board meeting coming up on February 16th. Where is that? Mark's house?
Yes.
Okay, Mark's house.
Oh, cool, their house.
Oh, Jeff and Cindy's house? Jeff and Cindy's house. Okay, nice. I think there was something else right before that. Yeah, game day. So bring your favorite game, friend, and snack on Wednesday the 19th in the Mirror Room. RSVP to Judy and let her know if you will be attending that. That sounds like a fun time. Other announcements, Reiki group Tuesdays 9:30 to 12, Cotton Room with Betty, Prayer Team Wednesdays 10 a.m. on Zoom with Julia, and Metaphysical group second and fourth Wednesdays 2 to 3:30 in the Mirror Room with Sheila. Anybody else have any announcements for the morning? Okay, well with that, a big thank you, first of all, for showing up today, both in person and online. It's so great to be here. It's beautiful, wonderful energy. Thank you to Cerise for your beautiful music and your beautiful message. Wow, you really gave a lot this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jeff and Cindy, for the flowers, Judy, Julia, Tony, for your words this morning, and as always, Derek, thank you for being back there on technology. We sure do need you. Thank you. All right, and Cerise is going to sing another song for us, and then we'll have our prayer for protection.
So really quick, I'm just going to let you know this is a different song than we're used to closing with, but I thought it fit beautifully for the theme today. So every time I get to the chorus, the words will be up here if you want to sing along, okay? There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit who brings the fire, ignites a candle and makes its home. Frustrated brother, see how he tried to light his own candle some other way. See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds her candle without its flame. So to light up the sky. It doesn't matter just where we came from. We are the beacon from dark to light. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle, go light your world. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless.
stand and say the prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, because you are, and I am the I am. And so it is. Amen. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Go out there and be a lighthouse.
With faith as I